Hey everybody, Paul Wooten here. It's been a couple weeks since we've gotten back from the 18th annual Hot Wheels Collectors Nationals, which was also the beginning of the 50th anniversary celebration of Hot Wheels, established 1968. So get a lot of questions from a lot of folks. How's this convention nationals thing works? Well, basically, in the spring they have a convention on the East Coast, which now kind of filters over into Texas. They've been there twice, but majority it's in the north. Been Indianapolis, Cincinnati, St. Louis, Chicago, Pittsburgh, Reston. It's been in Georgia. It's been in quite a few locations, multiple places. Multiple times been in the same place, but generally it's on the East Coast. And then you have the convention, which is every fall on the West Coast, and it's normally in the same vicinity of LA. I'm not really sure about all the towns it's been in Anaheim, but anyway, they do them twice a year, and they've been doing the Collectors Nationals for 18 years. And I was looking at the list. Looks like I've been to 9 or 10. I lost count. But maybe I was counting two of them twice. But it's always a great time. I will tell you, you need to save up your vacation money throughout the year, because it can be a little bit expensive if you don't plan it out quite right. But so anyway, the best way to get on the list to be able to buy tickets and get them early is to be a newsletter member. You get these during the year. Also, they end up giving you, prior to the convention, they send you one of these, and it has a sign-up sheet for you to buy tickets. And it's the best way to get in there before the general public. Most of the time, they allow the attendees of the show prior to go ahead and register for their tickets, and then the newsletter guys get theirs in the mail, and if there's any left over, they open it up to the public. None of this information is brass tacks. Sometimes it's done a little different. I'm just telling you what I've experienced and how it works on my side. But the newsletter is really awesome. They always highlight previous convention winners, custom contests, downhill racing. So if you want a trophy and you want a good picture, you should get this. They'll always put you in there. So if you've never been in a magazine and you want to be one of those winners. But they do this one January to March. So they do this, and then they give you the smaller one, which gives you updates and what have you. In between, a little bit of advertisement, gives you updates on variations, shows you new stuff that's coming out. I'll put that information in the body down there in the text where you guys can look at that stuff. But I just, they're not, I'm getting nothing for promoting this, just trying to promote the hobby. That's really what it's about to me. So we got that out of the way. So got this really, really cool shirt. I can't remember who makes it. Not a Dickie shirt, but it's, forget. Anyway, so we get the 50th logo there. I'm going to tilt this down and let you look at the back of my shirt. Hopefully you see that. This shirt here cost us $40, which is well worth it. We also, when you go to the convention, you get this booklet here, which gives you all the schedule of events, gives you a questionnaire, gives you a little door hanger to tell everybody you're open, gives you the lineup of who's all going there. Some people pay to put advertisement in here. I'm not going to give them free advertisement, but gives you the rundown of the whole convention, who's doing what, which designers, which graphic designers will be there at the convention. They normally give it to you in one of these really cool bags, which is awesome. And you get this little tablet. Yeah, why would they give you a little tablet? Well, they give you a pen also. So when you're walking around on these 15 floors, let's just say, there was people 3rd floor through the 20th floor scattered everywhere. So you're walking and you're with your friends and you go to a room, and room 502, it's got some really cool stuff, but you want to shop. So you write down room 502, red lines, black walls, really good deal on loose cars. And you put it back in your pocket and you walk around and you're like, where the heck did I see those loose cars at? I don't remember. Well, you flip your little book out. Oh yeah, I know where it's at. So then you go camp out at their door if they're not open. Kind of like I had. They had a guy that was selling $1 Cent 68s and Hot Wheel Classics. Every time I go by, the door would be closed. So I finally got in there and bought a bunch of Cent 68s and Classics for $1. But hey, sometimes you just gotta wait till they're open. Sometimes they go out to eat and all that good stuff. So anyway, that's that. So all that good fun stuff. I want to shout out to a couple of my buddies. First of all, of course, AR Hotbox Angel and his wife. I helped them guys get tickets to this event, and they had never been to anything like this. So I had pumped it up for them, gave them all this really cool stuff, and I'm hoping, from what I've talked to them since the show, that they really enjoyed it. Probably gonna go do another one. So once you go to one, you're hooked. Tex Tanner, it was awesome to meet you and talk with you. Seth, Mr. Sensitivity, man, it was cool meeting you. Joshua Fisher, one of my followers on this channel, Braindead636, and of course Ray Screws, ran him, was able to talk to him a whole lot, along with many other friends that I have. It's like a family reunion. Once you start going to these, sometimes you only see these folks once a year, so it's a reunion of Hot Wheel collectors, which is awesome. So anyway, this is going to be a long video. I don't know how many people are going to go all the way to the end, but I'm not going to break it up. I'm just going to let it roll. So hang with me. I'm going to get into showing you some of the cool stuff that I got there. I'll show you the cars last because everybody has showed the cars. So let's get into it. Was able to purchase, well, first of all, you get this little handy dandy little badge with your name and all the information on the cars. They only allow you to get a certain amount. So if you want your allotment, they mark off how many you bought, how many you can get. They had these really cool patches. I got the 50th anniversary patch. You could get 2. I only got 1. The Silverado patch was a whole nother deal. It was very popular. Of course, I bought with your ticket that you pay for, you get a finale card that goes along with this ticket, and they gave you the opportunity to buy a second finale card, but you didn't know what it was, so you had to buy it and just hope it was something great. But couldn't find out. It was 55 gasser, so I ended up having to purchase those. But by the time you buy 3 of these, all this other, you really rack up the money really quick, because they mark it off here, and you can only buy these cars if you're there. And the only other opportunity to buy these cars is if there's some left over for the show on Sunday. But if you're in line 3 hours before the doors open looking to buy these cars, you're going to buy them up. So the general public is not going to have the opportunity, more than likely, to buy these cars other than from someone that has attended, which is really cool because that's what you pay for. You pay a lot of money to attend these events, and you do try to recoup your money either by doing room-to-room sales, sell stuff in your room, or to resell your cars to pay for your trip. Of course, here's the patch. Seeing these selling for crazy money on eBay. But I should have got my allotment, but I didn't. They were only $12. I only needed one. License plate. You were allowed 1 or 2 of these. Where did I do my thing? Well, they didn't mark it. Yeah, license plate. I got 1. You get 1, so it's really cool. black and gold. Very cool. They give you this hat goes along with it. And let me show you the cars real quick, and then I'll kind of go into here's the Silverado. As a ticket buyer, you could buy up to 3 of these. Then you had the gasser. Sorry for the glare. One had a roll cage. It's a roll cage one, non-roll cage. If you guys haven't figured it out already, the low numbers. This one's 1277 of 5,000. Had the no roll cage, so these came off the line first as far as putting the stickers on, and then from 2,500 up to 5,000. This one's 2711. It did have the roll cage. They're about 50-50 is what I was told. A lot of people didn't know that they had both variations. Some of the early birds that get there figured that out, and were able to take the opportunity to be able to sell these early and figure that variation out. So then you could have to spend the money to go to the dinner, which is one of the events, and it's a little chunk of change, but it ends up being worth it. You end up getting some different cars, but you get the opportunity. This comes with your dinner ticket, and if you could tell right there, it's got a sticker. So it makes these cars, there's 4,000 made. I don't know the first number, how high they go with the sticker, but this one's 498. So it's got the sticker on it, and then you could buy up to a certain amount. I don't know what the number was, and you could purchase these without the sticker. So the sticker one's a little more valuable because it is the dinner, actual physical dinner car. This one's not. Was able to have 2 buddies hook me up. Angel hooked me up on one of them. I messed up and didn't send my stuff in. My wife thought I did, and I thought she did, and neither one of us did. So I wanted to make sure I got all the cars, so they hooked me up with that. And with my other boy, Ragsdale's, George and Judy hooked me up with this one, so I was able to get those. And then the finale car is the gasser. Of course, everybody knows that. 3,500 of them only made. You could get up to 2 a person, but you had to pre-buy them. They were not available to buy at the convention. In past years, you only could get 1 car, and they usually turn the leftovers into Code 3 cars for the bingo and the poker and some of the other events that they have. Of course, those are additional charges you have to pay. But so when you first want to go to this thing, first of all, you have to get your ticket. The ticket was like $75 online. You get that, you pay for it, they email you confirmation, you get your ticket number, then they have a whole list of things that you can buy extra. I usually don't do those because I've been to so many of them that I just kind of been there, done that. But your first time, you should try it all, and then you kind of can gauge what you want to do. But you need to probably put back, if you really want to do everything, you probably $2,500 on the light side. That doesn't count all your spending money that you're going to buy throughout the thing. This takes care of your hotel, sometimes your flight, your tickets, your dinner, all that kind of stuff, your food. Food was crazy expensive. If I had the money back that I spent on food and could have bought Hot Wheels, this room would have been a whole lot bigger. But I was real good. I brought some cool stuff to sell. Was able to hook up Tex Tanner with a convoy he didn't have. Gave it to him as a great price. Just part of the thing, he has sent me some stuff, wrote back and forth. So I just kind of sold it to him and gave him, what he knew what they cost. So I gave him a really good deal and was able to turn some of my money back, recycle it. So I took what I could fit in my my bags, and then I still had to have a buddy of mine, shout out to him, Jason Elias, we call him Matchbox Jason. He toted 2 boxes of stuff back for me so that I didn't have to put it on the airplane. So it was a great show, found a lot of cool stuff. Didn't spend as much money as I normally do, but yeah. So, one more thing. the Redline Club car. I don't know what I did with it. Well, anyway, I got it, and it's, everybody has seen it. The 510. Did pick up this hat here. Didn't find it at Kmart. A guy had it. I'm like, I gotta grab it. So you see it, you grab it, you buy it, take it home with you, all that good stuff. But anyway, I'll put the links down in the down below for where you go to get the newsletter, and then you're on your own as far as trying to get tickets for these events, because you get the tickets for your events and go all that. Usually they don't announce the hotel right away. That way you will have your ticket number when you call the hotel to reserve your room. And you got to do it early. You got to get those rooms as soon as you possibly can, because they sell out quick. And they usually have an overflow hotel, and sometimes it's not very close. Sometimes it's just down the road. But you got to be in the same building as the convention. It's almost a got to. Got one of these Fitbit things. I was walking 5 miles a day, seemed like 10 to 1,200 steps a day. Elevators are crazy. Trying to catch one, especially if they have another convention going on at the same hotel. This one had some type of prom on Friday night and some kind of gymnastics dancing deal. So with 15 to 1,800 Hot Wheels collectors and their families who they're trying to go up and down 6 elevators along with these other folks. The elevators seem like they only go from 5 to down, and they get stuck. So the crafty ones find a stairway and run up and down those. But anyway, I'm rambling now. But this is totally about this convention, which was awesome. Awesome to meet a lot of my friends. One quick story. So we're standing there in the opening deal, and they give you little hors d'oeuvres and different things to drink and what have you. And I'm talking with Angel, and I'm talking with a couple other collectors, and all of a sudden, guy comes running up and says, "You Paul Wooten?" I said, "Yeah, I'm Paul Wooten. I'm brain dead." I said, "Brain dead?" I'm like sitting there trying to think, brain dead? Martin from Brain Dead 636. He was standing. He said, "I heard you from across the room talking. I couldn't miss your voice." That's what people say anyway. But when he said, I'm brain dead, I'm like, what? Threw me off a little bit there. I'm like looking at him, I'm like, "Oh yeah." We shook hands and this, that, and this, and just fun to meet guys that you never met before, and kind of put a face. Because he never showed his face on his YouTube channel. So I didn't recognize him until he spoke. And then, yeah, it was all cool. So now I'm rambling. I could tell stories about the show and different shows I've been to. But it's always a blast. But be ready to spend some money, because you're going to, especially when you want to buy cool shirts like this with the 50th anniversary logo, which the California one's coming up. If you've not been to one, you better go, because I'm sure they're going to have some really killer cars, probably even better than what we had in Texas. And this is a great allotment. I might get shot in the foot for this one, but I'm glad they didn't do drag bus. I'm not really a drag bus fan, so I'm kind of glad that they had all these other kind of cars. And the Camaro's another one that they always seem to do, but the 83 is kind of getting overdone. Glad there was only one JDM car in this one, because I'm not a really big fan of those, but the 510 was cool. So we're at almost 19 minutes, and I hope you guys have hung on. I know I get to rambling, but shout out to all my followers out there, everybody that watches my videos. Thumbs up, comments, love the comments, love the interaction. And if you haven't been to one of these things, you got to give it a try. At least one in your life. We're out of here. Hot Wheels rules.